Right now, Chopper 2 over the scene of that deadly shooting. Investigators have been there at the Circle K in Ormond by the Sea since Officer David Jewell was gunned down. Investigators say the gunman fired more than 20 rounds in just seconds.
Eduardo Machado is now accused of first-degree murder. West 2's live team coverage, Christina Watkins, is talking with city leaders in Edgewater about Jewell's years of public service. But we start with Pamela Combe, who's been digging into the investigation. And Pamela, the sheriff laid out a lot of new details about this attack.
He did, and you guys said it yourself. He fired over 20 shots. Deputies say that he shot this officer and he died within minutes. Now, we are currently standing in front of the Volusia County Branch Jail because this is where he's currently being held. This is also where he first appeared before a judge. But before I tell you what happened there, I do want you guys to take a look at this surveillance video that the sheriff's office shared with us earlier today. This is from inside that Circle K gas station. Investigators say Eduardo Machado, a clerk at that store, walked out, grabbed his gun and came back in, opening fire and killing Officer Jewell. The sheriff calling this an assassination. This all happened Monday at around 4 o'clock. Officer Jewell went into the gas station to grab some drinks while his father-in-law waited outside. When the father-in-law thought something was wrong, he called Jewell's wife. She turned on her husband's police scanner and listened as the entire thing unfolded. The sheriff says he has no doubt Machado bought that gun to assassinate Jewell.
To watch the evil and the calculatingness of what he did to Officer Jewell, you cannot describe it. To unload, stop, reload, and then just go right back at it again and fire additional shots.
The sheriff says while they're still working to verify this, the suspect's family says he's been diagnosed with a mental health disorder and sometimes heard voices, but he was quiet, played video games, and never talked about hurting anyone or hating the police. Machado also has no criminal history, just a 2023 weapons complaint. And Machado is facing a first-degree murder charge today. In his first appearance at 1:30, the judge did deny his bond, so he will remain locked up. Covering Volusia County, live in Daytona Beach, Pamela Combe, West 2 News.
All right, Pam, now as the investigation continues, we're learning about who Officer Jewell was outside of his uniform.
West 2's Christina Watkins continues our team coverage tonight, live from the Edgewater Police Department, where that memorial there behind you continues to grow, Christina.
Nancy and Jesse, it has been a very heavy afternoon. For the last several hours now, we've watched as people from all across Volusia County came here to Edgewater to pay their respects to not only this small, tight-knit police department, but also to Officer Jewell's family. And you can see just how they are paying tribute by placing flowers right on top of his police cruiser. One of the people we saw today was Officer Jewell's 17-year-old son. He smiled as he looked at his dad's picture, remembering a man who committed his life to not only this department, but also their family. In a solemn moment filled with heavy grief, members of the Edgewater Police Department gathered outside the station Tuesday as Officer David Jewell's SUV arrived for one final time. One by one, they placed flowers on top of his patrol car next to his picture, honoring a man described as kind, selfless, and caring, a light during a dark day.
He was truly a great police officer and a better person. He was the individual that would smile every morning. He was that cordial guy.
Interim City Manager Joe Mahoney was the police chief in 2023, swearing in Jewell to become an officer. Those who knew him said while his commitment to the badge was unwavering, his devotion outside of the uniform truly defined him.
When you take away that title of officer, he's a human. He is a father, he's a husband, and he's a son.
Jewell leaves behind a wife who is living with multiple sclerosis, a 17-year-old son, and a father who he also cared for. Those in the community say they cannot believe a senseless act of violence ended the life of a man who was a gem, a jewel to many.
To Mrs. Jewell and his children, I can't even imagine the heartbreak that they're experiencing.
Back out here live outside the Edgewater Police Department, this memorial, his police SUV will stay parked out front until the funeral so anyone can come by and pay their respects. There's also a GoFundMe that just posted about a few hours ago helping to support this family and the department, and so far it's raised close to $3,500. We do have that link posted on our website right now, WESH.com. Covering Volusia County live in Edgewater, Christina Watkins, WESH 2 News.
All right, Christina, thank you. Now, this shooting comes just over a year since Central Florida's last law enforcement tragedy. In August of 2024, Lake County Deputy Bradley Lake was one of several deputies ambushed after going inside a home. Investigators say Julie Sulpizio lured the deputies into her home where her husband and children opened fire. Link died and deputies Stefano Gargano and Harold Howell were hurt. Investigators think Sulpizio's husband and adult children then took their own lives. A court found Sulpizio incompetent to stand trial. WESH 2 News was the only station to bring you updates on the air regarding the murder of David Jewell and Eduardo Machado's court appearance this afternoon. Stay with us on air and online as we continue covering this investigation.